Donald Trump has become the first former American president to face criminal charges, and it's happening as he's running to retake office. Prosecutors have been gathering evidence against him ever since his first term as president. While Trump's many civil lawsuits threaten his wallet and livelihood, his 4 criminal indictments could put him behind bars. There's the New York hush money case, the classified documents case in Florida, and cases in Georgia and Washington, D.C. involving his efforts to overturn his 2020 election loss. So what happens if Trump is convicted in any one of these cases? Before we get into that, let's break down the ongoing cases, starting with the hush money case.
No matter who you are, we cannot and will not normalize serious criminal conduct.
In March 2023, the state of New York formally charged Trump with 34 felony counts of falsifying business records in the first degree. Trump pleaded not guilty. The Manhattan District Attorney's Office investigated Trump for years, looking at various potential crimes involving Trump and his businesses. A grand jury in Manhattan spent months investigating money paid during Trump's 2016 presidential campaign to 2 women, porn actor Stormy Daniels,
hi everyone,
and Playboy model Karen McDougal. Both women say that they had extramarital encounters with Trump, who denies the allegations. Prosecutors allege that during the 2016 election, Trump's former lawyer, Michael Cohen, paid Stormy Daniels $130,000 through Cohen's shell company. Trump then reimbursed Cohen during his presidency in 2017. His company logged the reimbursements as legal expenses, which prosecutors say was an attempt to conceal what was really happening. Earlier in 2016, Cohen also arranged for Karen McDougal to be paid $150,000 by the publisher of the National Enquirer in order to keep her quiet about an affair she said she had with Trump. The DA says that the payments violated New York election law and were used to hide damaging information from the public. In order to convict Trump, prosecutors must prove that there was an intent to defraud and that the records were falsified with the intention of committing, aiding, or concealing a second crime. 2 other cases revolve around Trump's refusal to accept the loss of the 2020 election. The first case alleges that Trump and his associates tried to overturn the results of the 2020 election in Georgia.
So, look, all I want to do is this. I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have, because we won the state, and flipping the state is a great testament to our country.
We have to stand by our numbers. We believe our numbers are right.
Well, why do you say that, though? I don't even know why you have a side, because you should want to have an accurate election. And you're a Republican.
We believe that we do have an accurate election.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't have, not even close.
Trump's repeated claims of election fraud are false. He narrowly lost what is traditionally a red state, and election officials counted the votes 3 times before certifying Joe Biden's win by a margin of 11,779 votes. After a Fulton County grand jury reviewed the evidence, Trump and 18 of his associates were indicted in Georgia over their efforts to overturn the results. Trump faces 13 felony counts, including racketeering, violating the oath of a public officer, forgery, false statements, and more. Trump and the others have pleaded not guilty. 4 defendants have negotiated deals with prosecutors, pleading guilty to reduced charges like serving time on probation in exchange for their truthful testimony in future trials. The next case investigates the weeks between the November 2020 election and the January 6, 2021 siege of the U.S. Capitol. Trump was indicted on 4 felony counts for working to overturn the results of the 2020 election within that time period. The indictment says that Trump knew he had lost the election, but nonetheless engaged in multiple schemes to try to overturn its results so that he could cling to power. It alleges that he repeatedly disseminated claims he knew were false, adding that he created a national atmosphere of mistrust and anger and eroded public faith in the election system. The indictment also claims that these schemes resulted in the January 6th insurrection, where Trump's followers violently broke into the Capitol building, attacked police officers, and disrupted Congress's count of electoral votes. The official charges include 1 count of conspiracy to interfere with the right to vote and to have one's vote counted, 1 count of conspiracy to defraud the government, as well as 1 count of obstructing a congressional proceeding and 1 count of conspiring to do so. Trump pleaded not guilty to all charges. Trump has also been indicted on 40 counts related to the mishandling of classified documents at Mar-a-Lago, his Florida estate. He's referred to this indictment as
a boxer's hoax.
The charges include counts of retaining classified information, obstructing justice, and making false statements, among other crimes. Some of the charges carry a penalty of up to 20 years in prison, though the sentence will ultimately be up to the judge. Trump has pleaded not guilty. The indictment says that after Trump's presidency ended, he illegally kept classified government documents at Mar-a-Lago, an unsecured and unauthorized location. The documents include information that could put national security at risk, like information regarding military capabilities and vulnerabilities of both the U.S. and its allies. Prosecutors allege that Trump showed the documents to people who didn't have security clearances to review them. Prosecutors also claim that Trump later tried to conceal documents from his own lawyers as they sought to comply with federal demands to find and return the documents. In all, roughly 300 documents with classification markings, including some at top secret level, have been recovered from Trump since he left office in 2021. So, back to our initial question. What if Trump is convicted in any one of these cases? A conviction would not block Trump from the presidency. If he wins a second term, Trump could theoretically appoint an attorney general to dismiss the charges or potentially try to pardon himself. Trump's lawyers have argued that he's immune from prosecution in the 2020 election cases. In a brief filed with the U.S. Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit, Trump's lawyers wrote that his indictment threatens to launch cycles of recrimination and politically motivated prosecution that will plague our nation for many decades to come and stands likely to shatter the very bedrock of our republic. But the district judge rejected that argument, saying that being president does not confer a lifelong get-out-of-jail-free pass. For now, Trump's 2024 race for a second term in the White House continues as the cases await trial.